Last week, WWE won the point for the first time in what feels like forever, but it barely made a dent. AEW's at 15 and WWE has 8 from the year. Welcome to Pick the Push. This is the only podcast you can win, even though we don't have a Royale for another 2 weeks. This week, can WWE keep it going and close the gap, or does AEW just shut them down for good? Let's get into it.
Pick the push. Call it sharp, call it clean. The push. No half steps, no in between. The push. No luck, no hush. Only legends survive when you pick the push.
Here at Pick the Push, we hate the Juggalos.
From the beginning of the year, we've been scoring WWE and AEW for which one we like better, and right now it's AEW's lead 15-8, and that means Raw won last week. Can they close the gap, or will AEW just continue to dominate them?
This week, I definitely vote for AEW. And the reason why I vote for AEW is because AEW Dynamite put out a smashing product. Last week, they did not put out a smashing product. There was a lot of missing people. There was a lot of missed opportunities. There was a lot of non-inspirational wrestling in AEW last week. It's wonderful to feel like they're back on true form today. I admit that I enjoyed Raw a ton too. And by that, I mean the last 30 minutes of Raw was a lot of fun for me. I really enjoyed Obafemi and I really enjoyed Javon Evans. I think both put on a hell of a show. And it's funny, I had to watch that after we normally do, as you listeners know. Normally we watch Raw together on Monday evenings, but I did have to go to bed a little bit early before any of that stuff happens. But upon rewatching it yesterday, man, that last 30 minutes was a hell of a lot of fun, which really closed out a terrible episode of Raw. But I think AEW started off with a bang. Kenny Omega's jobber match really showed him off. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And then oddly enough, I enjoyed almost every promo on AEW this week too. I think everybody had a lot of really good stuff to say, and it's making me really excited for Forbidden Door.
Yeah, I feel very much the same for what I'm thinking. There was like Dom versus Oba was the best match on Raw for me, but by far the best part of Raw was anything Danhausen's in.
Oh, 100% best promo of the week,
None
I
of
would
that's
say.
surprising. I was 100% ready to vote AEW from the beginning. I felt like it started really good, and for the rest of the show felt slow. Even going into the main event, like I was still felt slowed down to compared to what I was expecting. I liked it started with the promo, and then I was hyped up for the rest of it. The tag team match with Brodito and the Death Riders I enjoyed very much. My favorite match from AEW would be Mercedes Moné winning. Oh, and by far the craziest thing was Darby hitting the ring post. That was absurd. But that I think everything summed up. I'm voting AEW because of that. The Darby ring post thing just put it over for me.
This week is actually kind of a toss-up for me, so I am going to try and talk my way through it because I think both shows did good this week. I don't think that I hated either show. Both shows actually ended with wrestling. I was happy about that. Both shows had promos that made me care about certain matches that are coming up, which I fucking can't believe that I'm saying that about any type of WWE programming. Io Sky and Raquel Rodriguez actually had a really good match after not having Raquel really wrestle for a while. So having her back and wrestling and having her actually look good and strong. And they put together a really good match with very few mistakes, and it was very smooth. And it made Io look really strong as well, without making Raquel just look like she's jobbing, which is nice. I know that's hard to do, so I just want to shout that out because that hasn't happened from Raquel, I want to say, in the last 8 to 9 months. You haven't seen a good match like that, so I was very happy to see that. Obviously, Danhausen and Liv Morgan is segment of the week. There's no way that segment wasn't, because it was just so friggin' funny. Liv Morgan trying to seduce Danhausen and Danhausen just being like, human monies! So that was fantastic, and just shutting her down. I hate that they just keep having Rusev job. The cage match that's coming up with Braun Breaker, I actually kind of am excited for. The promos, even though there was a lot of Bloodline promos, they actually weren't terrible. And I want to say that's due to the fact that they didn't let Jay have a microphone.
There was so much bloodline though. Now that you say it,
Yep.
So
that
much.
only like solidifies me picking AEW now because there was literally just all
It-
bloodline.
Was it 4 or 5 promos?
Hold on, I'll count them. 3 Bloodline promos.
It felt like 7.
Yeah, but here's the problem: is the first 20 minutes was Bloodline, but they got it out of the way in the beginning, and I felt like yeah, there was a lot of Bloodline, but I don't feel like it was terrible like it normally is. Glad it wasn't the fucking main event. Like, they had a real main event with Oba and Dom, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
It was only 8 minutes, but it was exactly what I wanted out of a match between those two.
And there was like I almost believed Dom had a chance in that main event too. Like at some points,
Yeah, 1000%.
it was good. It was really good.
And Javon versus Theory with the DQ finish. We haven't had a DQ finish in a while. That was kind of nice. After having
Yeah.
it like an entire fucking year in a row, every main event being a DQ finish, and then having it not be a main event and just a random DQ finish that they haven't had in like 4 months, which is nice.
Yeah, I do agree. Those are all steps in the right direction.
Just don't do it every week. Like, it's
Right.
fine.
But also, as long as it's not the main event, I can almost deal with it more.
Yeah, and then you have AEW. AEW started off pretty great with MJF and fucking El Idolo going head to head, and then you had Kenny and Tony Nese to actually kick it off in the ring. That was great. Nice little squash. Gave you a full Kenny classic. Kenny just went through his fucking moveset, and then you move on. And then there was a lot of promos on AEW, and I feel like that's weird to say because I think that Raw had more wrestling this week.
So weird.
To say that out loud, Raw had more wrestling this week.
Still probably better wrestling on AEW.
Oh, 1000%. I'll give you that.
I don't know. The end of AEW kind of took me out of it.
I like that Mercedes won. We all knew that. It's going to be Mercedes Athena. Like, there's no way it's not. Like, that's just how that's going. So that way, Mercedes can finally get a win over Athena without Athena losing her belt. And, like, that 12-man tag at the end for the main event. Awesome. Just chaos. It was great.
Yeah, definitely chaos.
My problem is like like I said, just too much promos. I felt like they could have split it up just a little bit. The good news with AEW is at least all of the promos were good and they were pushing the story forward. Every promo that they had a point. It didn't feel like any of it was pointless, and it felt like it was building towards something, regardless of if it paid off this episode or not. Both episodes did really, really good. I feel like if both of you guys are going AEW, I feel like I have to give the pity point to Raw, just because there's nothing pulling me either direction. Like, there really isn't. Like, I don't have anything on either show that I'm like, that you need to go and see this. It was just like, hey, this is an AEW show. Darby almost killed himself. Raw was there, and you had some Danhausen shenanigans. So I'm going Raw this week.
Definitely is not like a landslide worthy episode for AEW to win. I definitely agree with that.
That's what I'm saying.
It is funny though, you keep giving Raw the pity points though too. Cause like score wise, I have AEW 16-8. Brett has AEW 17-7, and then that would make you AEW 14-10. So
Yeah.
because of those pity points, you have Raw is almost equal to AEW for your picks for this year. It's funny to me.
And if I were to go back and look at those episodes again and like compare the episode notes and go back and make all of my votes again, it'd probably be the same. I still think I would make all of the same decisions, and it's just solely based off of who's having a better show. And then it's a pity point, but like I was going with Raw going into this because I thought that they actually put together a good show, and the one time or the couple times that they actually put together a good show without having it be pay-per-view worthy or whatever, I think they deserve a little pat on the back, a little Tommaso Ciampa self-pat. Like,
I don't disagree with any of it. It's just funny how the score's coming out.
I think even if one of you guys ended up choosing Raw, I think I still might end up choosing Raw. If you guys both chose Raw, I'd be going AEW.
That's fair. That changes the score to 16-8. AEW officially doubled their score once again.
Again, but they're not pulling away.
Right.
You forgot about my vote here.
Of course, of course. I did always forget Jared's vote.
Well, what's your vote? It doesn't matter what your vote is.
For as long as Dory has the bloodline on my screen, even I don't even care the bloodline wasn't on there. Fuck Dory, AEW.
Completely understand that you always choose AEW every single week. So, I mean, that being said, what are we at? 24. So you got AEW 24-0. Just for everybody, all the listeners keeping track at home.
Yep.
I've been here the whole time.
Because you do vote AEW all the time, obviously, like, we don't count your vote. So no offense. And I know you were talking about it the other day of bringing up like a top 5 list. Selfishly, I was asking you to play it on here just because I thought that'd be a neat way to get you to talk about things that aren't just AEW also. How do you feel about that?
A save 5 of the week. I thought about doing it on TikTok, but I hate TikTok. Not going to lie. So I think this might be the perfect place to do it.
The Fave 5. Is it just Cody 5 times?
The guy that always picks AEW is just picking Cody
Yep.
Rhodes across the board.
Yeah. Number 2, Roman Reigns. And then number 1, Jey Uso.
I do have a save 5 though.
You got it? It's not that list. Are you sure?
All right. So my save 5 of the week for the week of this week. At number 5 is Lyra Valkyria. She had a phenomenal match with Sol Ruka the other night on Raw. She deserves a lot more credit, in my opinion. She's fantastic. Again, not to nitpick on Dovey, but I feel like they're not pushing her like they should. Lyra Valkyria has it all. I think she has the talent to be a top star in the Fed, and they should push her as that. But unfortunately, I don't see it happening.
Totally agree. I think she's definitely not being pushed the way she should. They handcuff her every time we see her, and that's been true for what, like 9 months now?
At number 4, Shota Umino from New Japan. Finally won the title. He won the global championship at Dominion. He is so fucking good. I saw a stat that he had 26 title matches since he debuted and lost every single one of them. So he's going to finally win the title because he is so talented, dude. He is so talented and very young. I think he's only like 28, 29. At number 3, the guy that Shota Umino took the title from, Andrade. It may be just because of the catchphrase, how you know, which I did get the T-shirt on AEW Shop. It will be here on Friday. Super excited.
I'm excited for you.
He's on the best one of his career right now, I think. He is having fantastic matches everywhere he goes. But I think he wins the C2 later this year. I think he wins the Continental Classic at the end of the year.
I'm embarrassed to say that I didn't understand El Idolo at all, but as soon as he got the catchphrase, I was like, God damn it, you got me. I'm into it now.
At number 2 is Will Ospreay. If you know me, you know he's my favorite wrestler in the world. I definitely think when we talk in a couple weeks, I think he'll be at number 1 whenever he beats Swerve at Forbidden Door. But again, we shall see.
I was expecting him at 1 for your list.
No, at number 1 has to be Little Sicko, dude.
All right.
Because of Tournament of Survival weekend, bro. That motherfucker is Darby Allin on crack.
I've watched that match like 7 times. I can't even tell you how many times I've watched that match. And then I've gone and watched other matches that he's had recently. He is just an absolute maniac. If you want to watch somebody who is absolutely willing to just throw their body into harm's way for zero reason other than the pure art, love, and passion of the game, Lil Sicko. Everyone's like, "Oh, Darby's sick. Darby threw himself through panes of glass." No, I watched fucking Little Sicko do a Canadian destroyer off scaffolding through 4 layers of just chaos. 6 panes of glass, 2 barbed wire doors, and a piece of sheetrock.
What a fucking psycho.
Absolutely psychotic. And like I said, Tournament of Survival, I saw him a couple times here and there, but didn't really pay attention. But he has quickly shot up my favorite wrestler list. I'm excited to watch to see what he does the rest of the year on it.
I think that was a great top 5. That also brings our score for WWE versus AEW 16-8. We will continue it for the rest of our lives and for the rest of the year. So look forward to that.
Look forward to
Does anybody
that.
have anything else to add? Funny noises? Anything?
I will put out that I started Twitch streaming again for those that want to see more of our faces, because I know that every now and then you guys hop on and play Fortnite and stuff with me. But I have been streaming every Thursday night at 8. That's one of those things that you can catch me over there at twitch.tv/rambler. And then a good majority of the time, if you hop in and you talk about Pick the Push or you say anything, one, I'm always glad to talk about wrestling, and two, I do promote Pick the Push there a lot. So it's a good way to get reminders on when new episodes are coming out, when we're gonna be watching new shows in the Discord, because we do indie wrestling nights together where all of us get together and we watch wrestling together.
That's going to do it for this week's episode of Pick the Push. If you made it this far, you're already one of us. So next week is the one to be here for. We're breaking down the Royale card for Forbidden Door of Champions, which is a WWE and AEW event combined. Picks are open right after SmackDown before. Plus, we sit down with Jared, the 5-time Royale winner and #1 contender, and we talk to him about his title shot going into that. Get in our Discord now so you're ready the moment picks drop. Links in the description. We're back Friday. This is Pick the Push, the only podcast you can win. Peace.
Aller, pick the push. Call it sharp, call it clean. Pick the push. No half steps, no in between. Pick the push. No luck, no hush. Only legends survive when you pick the push. Boards light, hearts race, crowd reacts. Every pick swings, no room for slacks. Bluff fails quick, mistakes break fast. Every choice lands, nothing's left to chance. Climb the ranks, feel the surge, hit it hard, no room to purge. Eyes locked, focus tight, every swing counts in the fight. Predicted the twist, caught us all flat. No way you had that, pick it right. Own the night, pick it wrong, still stand your fight. Every call cracks, every swing crush, step in the ring, pick the push. Push, push. I will pick the push. Call the plays on the night. Push. Make it land, hold it tight. Push. No slack, no hush. Only legends survive when you pick a push. When you pick the push. When you pick the push. When you pick the push.
Put
Um, 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 um,
there, like,
Oh,
um, um, um,
like.
like,
um,
for,